Okay, fifth graders, tonight's homework is all about divisibility rules. We've talked about several of them in class. So some of this should be review, but we've never done a chart like this, so this part might be new. Here are some of the rules that we're going to find helpful, I think. All numbers are divisible by 2 if they're even. A number is divisible by 3 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 3. That's the one where we add it up and then we figure out whether it's divisible by 3. A number is divisible by 6 if it is divisible by both 2 and 3. So if it follows these two rules, it's also divisible by 6. A number is divisible by 9 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 9. A number is divisible by 5 if it ends in 0 or 5, and a number is divisible by 10 if it ends in 0. So, knowing that, take a look at this number right here, and we're going to look at the last digit and see, is it even? Yep, it's even, so we know it's divisible by 2. And divisible by 3, that means we have to add all of them up. 9 plus 9 plus 8 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6. And if we add all of those up, 9 plus 9 plus 8 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6, we would find out that it equals 47. So knowing that the sum of the digits is 47, is 7 going to be divisible by 3? Nope. So we know that this one is not divisible by 3. And that gives us a big clue for 6, because if it doesn't work for 3 and 2, it's not going to work for 6. So we know that one's going to be a no. For the 9s, it was very similar to the 3s. 9 said a number is divisible by 9 if the sum of its digits is divisible by 9. 47 is not going to be divisible by 9, so no on that one. And then, does it have a 5 at the end? No. Or a 0? Nope. So none of those is going to work. So we just get 1. This one. All right, moving on. This one, it ends in a 0, which is even, so that will work. Divisible by 3. Again, we need to add them up. 5 plus 8 plus 9 plus 0 equals 22. So the sum of its digits, when we added it together, was 22. That isn't divisible by 3, so not for that one. And 6, nope, because it wasn't divisible by 3. 22 is not divisible by 9, so it won't work there. Now we're working with the 5s. Remember, for 5s it has to end in 0 or 5, and it ends in 0. And for 10 it needs to end in a 0, and it does. So we're good with that one. We've got another 0 here, so we know we're good with the 2 because it's even. This one we need to add up the digits again. 3 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4. 3 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4, and we could add the 0 if we wanted to, equals 15. Oh, 15 is going to be divisible by 3. And if it's divisible by both of these, then it's also divisible by 6. So we've got that one as well. And next we've got our 9. Is 15 divisible by 9? And the answer, let's see, to me is no, but my book answer is saying yes, and I'm not sure why, so I'm going to have to investigate that one, and I'll come back. The next one says, is it divisible by 5? And the answer is yes, because it ends in a 0, and divisible by 10, that's a yes, because it ends in 10. This one is the one I'm coming back to. Alright, moving on. 33,015, divisible by 2? No, it's odd. It won't work. Sum of its digits, we've got 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 5. Let's try it. 3 plus 3 plus 1 plus 5 is a total of 12. And 12 is divisible by 3. It's not going to be divisible by 6 because it wasn't by 2, so we know that one's a no. And 12 is not divisible by 9, so not that one. And 5, no, because, oh yes, it does. It ends in a 5. And 10, to be divisible by 10, it has to end in 0, and it doesn't. So then we've got this one right here, ending in 8, which is an even number. Yep. And then sum of its digits, we need to add up. 9 plus 8 plus another 1 is 18. Sum of its digits. 18 is divisible by 3, yeah. And if it's divisible by these two, it's also divisible by 6. 18 is divisible by 9, so that's a yes. And divisible by 5, no, because it doesn't end in 5. Divisible by 10, nope, because it doesn't end in 0, so we've just got those two. I'm going to double check this one by adding up my digits again and see if I was accurate. I cannot figure that one out. 3 plus 6 plus 5 plus 4 equals 18. There, I made a mistake. Now it makes more sense. Let's double check. It's still even. 18 is still divisible by 3. 6 is still divisible by 18, so that's good. That's why the 9 on that one. Sorry about that. A number is divisible by 4 if the tens and the ones digit. If the tens and ones digits form a number that is divisible by 4. So this gets a little trickier, the 4s. So if I look at this right here, the last two digits, the tens and the ones, the 36, is divisible by 4, then the number should be divisible by 4. It isn't always easy to tell whether the last two digits form a number that is divisible by 4. A quick, easy way to check is to divide the number by 2 and then to divide the result by 2. It's the same as dividing by 4, but it's easier to do mentally. So something like 84, we might not know that fact so well, but if we did half of it, half of 84 is 42, and half again is 21. So might make it a little bit easier for you. Place a star next to any number in the table that is divisible by 4. So we're going to look at the last two. 76. If we do half of 76, that's 38. And if we do half of that, that's 19. And that one is not going to be divisible by 4. And then this one, we've got 90. Half of 90 is 45. And then half of 45 is going to be 22.5. Let's see, any other ones? This one actually was, sorry, I'm getting distracted by bells here. Let's see, we said 76 when we divided it by 2. It was 38, and then when we divided it by 2 again, that was 19. So that was a whole number. So that one worked. This one did not, because we got that crazy number, a decimal. This one, if we take 40 and take half of it, we get 20, and take half of 20, we get 10. So we get another whole number. This one will work. This time we look at 15. And we know half of 15 is going to be 7.5, and half of that, it's not going to work. We're going to get crazy decimal numbers. And we can try 98. 98, half of it is 49, and half of that is 0. So not going to work for us on that one either. All right, we're done with the top part. Here we go on the bottom. You can fold it over, and then you can make a nice little work area for yourself up here. Remember, you do need to show the work, otherwise I'm not always sure if you're figuring this out on your own or if you're using a calculator, so I like it if I can see the work. 7 times 0 is 0, 7 times 5 is 35, 7 times 2 is 14, plus 3, 17, so 1,750 for an answer there. And here we're just adding. Some of you might be able to do this mentally. I need to stack this one up. Oops, that was a 3, and 2, 0, 5, 9. 9 and 1 is 10, plus 3 is 13. And I'm thinking 6 and 6 is 12, 13, 14, 15. Carry the 1. 9 and 1 is 10, plus another is 17. Carry the 1. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I get 8,753 for this. And our last one, we've got some order of operations. Hopefully you remember that from last year. We have to do whatever is in parentheses first. We talked about it a little bit in class. Please excuse my dear Aunt Myrtle. my dear Aunt, whoops, sorry, Sally, my dear Aunt Sally, Pedmas. Parentheses, exponents, multiply, add, subtract. Parentheses, let me try that again. Please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division, addition, subtraction. So that's our order of operations. Parentheses, let's solve. 20 plus 30 is 50. And then 50 times 5, I bet we can do mentally. 5 times 5 is 25. And add a 0 and we get 250. And our last one, 78 divided by 6. Hope you like division. We're going to be doing a lot of it real soon. 6 goes into 7 one time. We'll subtract and get 1. Bring down the 8. We get 18. And that will be 313 for an answer there. All right, thanks for working with me today.